Most people think wealth is about earning more money. They assume the right job, raise, or break will eventually solve everything. But if income alone created wealth, far more people would already have it. What actually keeps most people from getting rich isn't a lack of effort or intelligence. It's the quiet way their financial decisions are organized. Many people don't make bad choices, they make reasonable ones that slowly work against them. They optimize their lives for comfort today, not for flexibility tomorrow. And over time, that trade-off becomes expensive. Money doesn't disappear because people are careless. It disappears because it's given an assignment the moment it arrives. Rent, lifestyle, subscriptions, expectations, social pressure. Every dollar already has a job. When that happens consistently, there's no room left for money to do anything else. No room to wait. No room to grow. No room to absorb mistakes. We often talk about discipline as if it means cutting joy or living small. But the real issue is direction. Without a system, money simply flows toward the loudest demand. And the loudest demand is almost always the present moment. Consider two people earning the same salary, same age, same city, same responsibilities. On paper, they're equal, but one treats their income as something to be fully used. If there's extra, it finds a reason to disappear, a nicer phone, a better car payment, upgrades. None of it is reckless. It all feels normal. The other person doesn't live dramatically differently. They still enjoy life, but they leave space. They allow some of their income to remain unclaimed, not because they're obsessed with money, but because they value future choices more than present upgrades. That unused space becomes quiet power. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't feel exciting in the moment. But over time, it changes how decisions are made. After a few years, the difference starts to show, not in luxury, but in pressure. One person feels locked in. Every bill depends on the next paycheck arriving on time. Any disruption feels dangerous. The other person feels looser, not rich, not free from work, but less fragile. They can say no more often. They can wait. They can recover from mistakes without panic. This is where many people misunderstand wealth. They think it shows up as more things, when it often shows up as fewer forced decisions. Wealth is not just what you can buy. It's what you don't have to do. Most people never get rich because their financial lives are built to be efficient, not resilient. They aim to use every dollar well, but they don't design for uncertainty. And uncertainty is where most financial damage actually happens. A job change, a health issue, a bad year. These moments don't ruin people because they're rare. They ruin people because there's no margin when they arrive. Another overlooked reason is how people measure progress. Many measure success by visible upgrades. A better house, a newer car, a lifestyle that signals I'm doing well. The problem is that these markers reset expectations. What once felt like success becomes normal, and the next upgrade becomes necessary to feel the same satisfaction. This creates a treadmill effect where income rises, stress stays, and freedom never arrives. There's also a timing issue that doesn't get talked about enough. People tend to delay long-term thinking until they feel ready. Ready usually means earning more, having fewer responsibilities, or more clarity. But those conditions rarely arrive together. So long-term thinking keeps getting postponed. None of this is about intelligence. Some of the smartest people struggle financially because their skills are rewarded in income, not in control. When money comes in easily, it's tempting to assume it will always come. That assumption encourages fixed costs. Fixed costs reduce flexibility, and reduced flexibility makes wealth harder, not easier, to build. The uncomfortable truth is that wealth often requires doing less with your money before you do more. It requires letting some opportunities pass, letting some wants stay unmet, letting your lifestyle lag slightly behind your income, even when you could afford to upgrade. Not forever, just long enough to build breathing room. Most people don't avoid this because they're lazy. They avoid it because it feels invisible. There's no applause for restraint, no social reward for saying, I could afford this, but I'm choosing not to. In a culture that celebrates consumption, patience can feel like falling behind. But over long periods of time, patience compounds in a different way. It compounds into options, into calm, into the ability to think clearly when others are forced to react. So why do most people never get rich? Because they confuse comfort with progress. Because they spend first and plan later. Because they underestimate how powerful small amounts of unused money can become with time and consistency. Wealth, in the quiet sense, isn't about dramatic moves or perfect decisions. It's about building a life where money serves future choices instead of constantly negotiating with the present. And the goal isn't to become rich overnight. It's to slowly move toward a position where money stops being the main source of pressure and starts becoming a tool you can actually think with. Like the video, subscribe the channel, Rickify Doctrine. Thanks for watching video.